worried. I'm genuinely worried. I love Canadian soccer.
Yep.
You love Canadian soccer.
Yep.
We just witnessed the Women's World Cup roll through here.
Correct.
And now we witness the Canadian men's senior team not do anything. Literally not score a goal in 3 games. Now, I'm going to leave the under-22s and what's going on right now at the Pan Am Games aside. I just want to leave that alone. I'm talking senior level women.
Papa Florio
men.
versus younger Florio. I get it.
Yeah, I want to leave younger Florio, who's running the team of the Pan Ams, out of this.
Right.
Let's deal with Papa Florio, let's deal with John Herdman, and let's deal with what we saw here. We're in a bad spot.
Right.
I think we're in a really bad spot. And I know the men's team last night, no Atiba Hutchinson, no Will Johnson, guys who could have helped.
Right.
But they're not strikers. They're not goal scorers.
Right.
Last time you checked, you need to score a damn goal.
Yeah, but I will say the build-up through the midfield is very important to scoring goals instead
Absolutely.
of just hoofing and chasing.
However, if Atiba Hutchinson is passing the ball to me, I don't think it's going in the net. You do need skill at that end of the field at some level.
Right.
And I love defensively what Team Canada on the men's side looked like. I do. Edgar was fantastic, and they looked really organized. But man, oh man, how are you taking off a central defender for an attacking player when you have to win this game? That's
Right.
exactly what happened last night, Tim. I don't understand what's going on. More young girls in this country play soccer than any other team sport. And the first real hurdle they face in that World Cup, they're out.
So you're worried about soccer, period.
I'm worried about our women's and our men's programs. We need to have this conversation. This is getting out of hand, Tim.
It's interesting because when you're talking about the women's side, I think Christine Sinclair muddies the waters a little bit because you have a generational type player
Absolutely.
who comes along, lifts them to Olympic bronze, which could have been better had they not been robbed, but it alters the conversation, right? I mean, you did produce Christine Sinclair, she is from Canada, but it changes the way you look at the team. Because as soon as she's gone, is that team even close to top 3 in an Olympic year? It's funny. Kyle Houston wrote me a tweet yesterday, and I thought he hit the nail on the head, so I'm just going to read it. There's not a sport in Canada that has seen less improvement over the years than men's soccer. It's borderline unacceptable. And I was just like, that's true.
It's bang on.
A lot of sports in Canada have gotten better. I mean, look what basketball has done in this country over the last little while. And soccer, despite record numbers of participation at the youth level, and despite all of these pro franchises showing up in Canada saying, hey, we've got an academy now. Remember the academy? Remember when TFC first got here?
Yeah.
It was like, we're going to build an academy. That's why this Canadian soccer stadium in downtown Toronto exists. We're going to build an academy, and it's going to help Team Canada. Team Canada will benefit from this franchise being here.
The hell is it done? I'm sitting there in the rain last night watching crap. Literal garbage. They can't score a goal, Tim. They can't score. You can't start a program. Well, I felt like throwing some garbage on. But listen, but part of this breaks my heart, too, because those guys at least commit.
Here are countries ranked ahead of Canada in men's soccer. Oman, Armenia, Cyprus, Sudan. Is this right? Benin?
I didn't even know there was a thing. Benin? Where's Benin?
It is in the...
Seriously, where is it?
It is in the...
Anyone know?
Asia?
It's an African delegation. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Benin.
So what are we doing wrong?
Well, we're not
That's the question.
Yeah.
What are we doing wrong?
And do enough people care about it? Like, honestly, because if people don't care about it, if you're going to continue, here's the deal. If you're going to continue to just watch Italian Serie A, if you're going to continue to just watch EPL, then you can't bitch and moan when your own country doesn't work, right? Like, it's not as simple as, hey, we suck, we need to get better. There's a lot of people. You're saying the coaches. If I'm a guy who is very talented in soccer, why would I stay in soccer in this country? To make $45,000 a year? You know why hockey coaches stay in it? Because they can go coach AAA while they're firefighting and make a lot of money, right? Like, If you do it in soccer, there's nothing there. It's real simple to say, these guys don't know what they're doing. But the answer to the question is way harder than that.
The World Cup is the biggest sporting event on earth.
Right?
Say what you want about FIFA, and we have. We have.
And we didn't have to do it. John Amici did it.
John Amici did it, and I'm sure FIFA will be in the news later this week. It'll be hilarious. That is the event you want to be a part of. Period. With all due respect to Rio next summer and everything that's going on, if you are in the World Cup cycle, you feel like you're in a pretty exclusive group. It's like you're underground and the Sleemans guy is telling you a story. It's like an underground club.
Right.
Sleemans.
Right, I understand. They don't run away from their past.
It's awful, but it works. That's not the thing, right?
No.
That's something else?
No, they don't run away from their past, though.
Glorious past. That's the tournament you want to be a part of, Tim. We are the country that produced a kid named Owen Hargreaves. Someone in this country said, you know what, we don't have to cap him yet.
Right.
We don't have to make him Canadian yet. That kid went to Bayern Munich, Manchester United, and played in a Champions League final and was capped by England.
Right.
Capped. Played for them in a World Cup.
Right. And couldn't play.
We have those kids here on the men's side and the women's side. There is a disconnect between raw talent and production. And I don't know how to bridge it.
Right. But again, I go back to, listen, the Wu-Tang Clan educated me well. Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo. Like if you were getting paid and you were taken care of, would a Junior Hoylett, and you were constantly in big tournaments, would an Owen Hargreaves think about playing for England? If it was a big deal in this country, like Owen Hargreaves now doesn't have to buy a pint. He was capped by England.
Capped by England.
Right? Like he walks into a bar, he's taking
get a beer-free card. That is being capped by England.
No, but
seriously,
like that sort of stuff works too. If you have any say, please tweet us at Tim and Sid on Twitter, or you can go to our Facebook, or you can go to sportsnet.ca and weigh in. We'll have conversations throughout.
Timmy, one quick.
Yeah.
You asked people to join in this conversation. Thomas at Tim and Sid, 140 characters are not enough.
Right.
Brother, I am right there with you.